Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to NHL Draft Pros.
Shoots, he scores!
On today's video, we're going to revisit the 2025 NHL Draft class and see how these prospects have panned out in this past season. And if you want to see some scouting reports or highlight videos on some of these prospects, head over to NHL Draft Pros on YouTube or hit the icon below this video, and that will bring you to our homepage. And can you please help the channel grow by hitting that subscribe and like button? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, and if you remember the New York Islanders, they jumped up from the 10th spot in the lottery to the first overall pick, and the other big jumper was Utah, who went from 14th to 4th overall. So they got pretty lucky there because the first overall pick by the Islanders, and they went with Matthew Schaefer, the consensus #1 player in the 2025 NHL Draft. And check out these numbers in the NHL right now. As an 18-year-old, 30 points in 47 games. As a defenseman, +9 as well. Now, he is breaking some crazy records right now. Check out these records. Youngest defenseman to get 10 goals. Youngest defenseman to reach 25, passing Phil Housley. Youngest player to score an overtime goal. Fastest defenseman to 10 points in 12 games. Youngest defenseman with a multi-goal game, breaking Bobby Orr's record. Wow. And yeah, we got to remember, he was like a week away from being drafted in this year's draft, and he is doing these things as a very young player. So he's unreal. Great pick by the Islanders at #1. All right, #2, we got the San Jose Sharks, and they went with Michael Misa. And yeah, he's having a great season as well. He's got 3 points in 9 NHL games, 1 point in 2 AHL games. I mean, what's not to love about his game? He's just a great overall player with some huge offensive upside. So he's a good pick at #2. And in his draft year, his points per game were behind Connor McDavid, Patrick Kane, Marco Rossi. I mean, check out the company that he had in terms of points per game in the OHL in his draft year. Phenomenal. So great pickup by San Jose at #2. #3, Chicago went with Anton Frondell. And yeah, guess what? He's having a great season in the SHL right now. He's got 17 points in 27 games, and he had a great World Juniors. I think that this was a great pick by Chicago. You can't go wrong with that. What a nice addition to that young core. And check out his points per game in the Allsvenskan is the highest, ahead of William Nylander, David Pasternak. Like, check out those players. So yeah, that was a nice pickup by Chicago for sure. At #4, Utah, they went with Caleb Desnoyers from Moncton, and he is on fire as well. Had some surgery, wrist surgery over the summer, but he's bouncing back really nice. 29 points in 19 games. He's a gamer. I like that pickup by Utah at #4. Moving on to #5, we got Nashville, and they went with Brady Martin. He jumped up in the rankings throughout the season, and he is the captain of the Sioux Greyhounds. 16 points in 13 games. Not blowing up the numbers right now, but he's one of those character players and a great leader as well. So that's a nice pickup by Nashville at #5. #6, we got the Philadelphia Flyers, and they went with the big brutish Porter Martone from Brampton. This year playing in Michigan State. And check out the numbers there. 27 points in 20 games. Yeah, definitely some nice progression from Porter Martone. So this was a nice pickup by the Flyers at #6. #7, James Hagens dropped a little bit in the rankings, ended up in Boston, playing in Boston College, and he is another player that's progressing well. Got a little bit more jam in his game this year, I find. So you like to see that. 18 points in 17 games. Looked good at the World Juniors as well. Nice pickup by Boston at #7. All right, #8, we got Jake O'Brien to Seattle. Wow, that was a steal. He has 47 points in 28 games in the OHL right now, playing for Brantford. That team is a wagon, and yeah, he is one of the leading point producers in the OHL right now. So that's a nice pickup by Seattle at #8. #9, Buffalo. They went with the big, brutish defenseman from Seattle, Radim Murtka. Had a taste in the AHL, 1.4 games, and check out over a point a game in the WHL as defenseman. That's really good. So I don't mind that pickup by Buffalo at all. #10, we got Anaheim Ducks. Roger McQueen slipped a little bit in the draft rankings, to be honest with you, and because he had a lingering back injury. But look at this, coming back and having a great D+1 season in Providence, 18 points in 21 games. The back must be feeling pretty good because he is doing some nice things there in Providence. Good for him. So those were the top 10. Now we get to number 11. And this pickup right here, you want to talk about a steal of the draft? Ben Kindle to Pittsburgh at number 11. Guess what? Playing full-time in the NHL. 20 points in 43 games. Not too shabby. Look at the year before in his draft year. 99 points in 65 games. Yes, cerebral player. Love his game. Happy for Ben Kindle in Pittsburgh. And the next pick is the Philadelphia Flyers. They made a trade with Pittsburgh, and they ended up getting the 12th overall pick and giving up the 22nd and the 31st overall pick. Now, I'm going to talk about those two picks later, who the Flyers could have gotten in those positions, but they went with big bad Jack Nesbitt out of the Windsor Spitfires. Now, I was kind of questioning this pick at the time, and it still remains to be seen. He's got 36 points in 34 games, just over a point a game. Like, he's a really good, hardworking two-way centerman, but I think that, in my opinion, they should have went with someone like Jackson Smith. We'll talk about him in a second. He's picked up in a couple spots. So anyways, let's go to number 13, Detroit. They went with Carter Bear, the kind of prototypical Detroit Red Wing these days. And yeah, he's got 34 points in 28 games playing for Everett. Pretty decent pickup right there. I don't mind that pick at all. At number 14, Columbus, they took Jackson Smith. That's the pick that I thought the Flyers should have maybe reached for, but whatever. And he's having a great season in Penn State. 14 points in 20 games, not too bad. Last year had 54 points in 68 games as a defenseman. So he's progressing really nice as well. All right, we got the Vancouver Canucks, and they went with Braden Coots. I love this pick right here. Braden Coots is a great player. He's got 23 points, actually 29 points in 22 games, playing between Seattle and Prince Albert. And yeah, he's a gamer, captain material type player. I thought that that's a great pickup by the Canucks. And he also played in NHL 3 games, so good for him. All right, at number 16 and 17, the Islanders went with first Victor Eklund, great hardworking player, 13 points in 28 games in the SHL. Had a great World Juniors. I loved the way he works and buzzes around. Really nice player there. And then they got Kashawn Agerson. I love this pick by the Islanders. Islanders, what a first round they had. Holy moly. You got Schaefer, Eklund, and Aitchison. Wow, and Aitchison, 40 points in 32 games, is one of the best defensemen in the OHL this year, maybe the best defenseman in the OHL. He's a bruising defenseman with a great shot. Great pickup by the Isles at 17. 18, we go to Cole Reshney, another great player who is in North Dakota, has 24 points in 20 games. Another player who is great offensively and responsible in all 3 zones. So nice pickup there by Calgary. At 19th, St. Louis Blues, they went with Justin Carbonneau, a gamer for sure. 49 points in 37 games, leaving off where he was last year. Just a great offensive threat and a great shot for sure. All right. And then 20, Columbus went with Peter Andrianov, a goalie. Yeah, you know what? I think that was a decent pickup by Columbus. They needed a goalie. They want a goalie. Good pickup there. Nashville, Cameron Reed, the offensive defenseman in Kitchener. He's another player that I like a lot. All right, and then finishing off the first round, 22, Bill Zonin, 23, Logan Hensler, 24, Will Horkoff's having a great season in Michigan. Chicago went with Vaclav Nestrasil. Great pickup there. Chicago had a great first round too. We'll talk about their next pick too. They went with Mason West at number 29. So nice pickup there. Nashville went with Riker Lee, and he's having a great season as well. Washington, Lyndon Lakovic. Winnipeg, Sasha Boumedian played really well at the World Juniors. Chicago, Mason West, like I said, the big 6'6" football star out of Minnesota. San Jose went with the goalie Joshua Ravensbergen. Los Angeles went with Henry Brustevich. Nice pickup there. And then Calgary finishes off the first round with Cullen Potter, the speedster out of Arizona State. Now, some sleepers I want to talk about, and they actually are both from the Montreal Canadiens. And the first one's Alexander Zarovsky. Like, this kid is having himself one of the best KHL D+1 seasons ever. 33 points in 39 games. He actually might break Ivan Demitov's record for under 20 points in the KHL. So keep an eye on Alexander Zarovsky. Montreal, what a steal in the second round, 34th overall. And then Montreal in the third round, 81st overall, Bryce Pickford. And this kid is just breaking records. 61 points in 40 games as a right shot D. Playing for Medicine Hat? Yeah, what's not to like about that? And actually, he broke some records here. He sets a new WHL internet era record for most goals in a single season in the WHL by defensemen, and there's lots of season left. So Montreal, get no sleepers. They are just having a field day at the draft. So good for them. And yeah, that's it. And like I said, if you want to see some of the scouting reports or highlight videos of these players, head over to NHL Draft Pros. And please help the channel grow by hitting that subscribe and like button. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.